Thanks for checking out our video. Feel free to join our free weekly newsletter called Pop Culture Annotated, and also join our Discord server to talk with us and others that share your fandom in pop culture entertainment. Links in the description. With Jordan Peele's Us proving another critical and commercial success, many viewers are having to return to theaters just to try understanding what they just watched. And it's a crazy movie to say the least, with an ending that almost nobody expected, and even almost M. Night Shyamalan in how it's such a twist. For people that are still confused or searching for spoilers before watching the film, today we're going to explain the Tethered, aka the Doppelgängers. Now the Tethered, to put it simply, are presented as identical versions of the people above ground, except that they don't have a soul of their own, and that can be interpreted in a few different ways, but as the name suggests, they're tied to the actions of their quote-unquote regular selves. And this means that when someone above ground does something, the doppelganger experiences a version of that, and they do a version of that themselves. To give a better idea, let's say you're playing the drums upstairs, right? You're playing the drums on an actual drum set. Well, probably underground where the Tethered are, they're smashing the ground, pounding the ground for whatever reason. They can't control that, they just have to do something that is a version of what they're doing above ground. Now this means also that when someone above ground does something, the doppelganger has to do it, kind of what I just said, whether it's them playing a game or starting a family. And the scissors in the outfit themselves are actually tied to a theme of how they're like prisoners, tied to the actions of those above them, in a higher class if you will, if you want to interpret it in that way, forced to suffer as second class individuals while those above them flourish. Now the scissors also invoke a feeling of wanting to be freed, which makes a lot of sense because scissors usually cut stuff. So if you want to think of it in like a Pinocchio kind of way, kind of thinking back to Age of Ultron in the Avengers films, how he kept saying there are no strings on me. That kind of fits with the Tethered here, as their goal is to kill their normal counterparts in order to quote unquote free themselves and then to live above ground. Whether this is because they simply want to replace their above ground counterparts, or they want to let it be blatantly known that they exist, that can be interpreted in different ways by different people that watch the film. However, we really interpret it here at HN as them wanting to experience free will. Now the goal of the Tethered is an event that's been called the Untethering, and this is where the tethered people show themselves around the world linking hands, recreating the Hands Across America advertisement. Now the Tethered, with regards to how they communicate, they speak primarily in grunts and gestures, as they don't really have anyone to teach them a proper language, unlike people above ground. And the exact backstory for how they were initiated, whether through a cloning program in the government or just in general some metaphysical, some mystical, magical based creation of doppelgangers, that's not really explored in the movie. Potentially a sequel could explore the mysterious origins, considering how many of them there seem to be worldwide, especially with some of the things in the film where they talk about tunnels, and also the ending where obviously the helicopters and they peel back and they show all them linking hands. There's a lot they could do here, especially with the plot twist in the end, which is kind of open-ended in a way, so it could lead its way to a sequel. But hopefully if they do make a sequel, it's not because they're forced to, it's because there's actually creative reasoning from Jordan Peele's efforts. But comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about the Tethered? Would you like to see them more explored in a sequel? Did you like the movie? Did you think it was better than Get Out? Let us know your thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys later.